Hello students, welcome to the Learner's Planet. This will be our third problem solving session for AIEEE Chemistry paper of 2008. So till now we have solved around 14 questions or we have solved around 24 or 25 questions, and in this session we will be solving the remaining questions of that paper. So let's start our problem solving session here. Yeah, this was the first question of that paper, that is given that the reduction potential for chromium is minus 0.72 volts, the reduction potential for iron is minus 0.42 volts, the potential for the cell is, so this is your cell given, that is the anode and this is the cathode. Now first let's write the redox reaction going in that cell, or which is taking place in that cell, right? So the redox reaction goes like your chromium, it is acting as an anode, and iron is your cathode. That is where reduction is taking place, and then it is forming what? It is forming your Cr3 plus ions and Fe. Now how many electrons your chromium is losing? 3, and iron is gaining 2. So in order to balance that, what you need to do, just multiply you have to equate the number of electrons lost with the number of electrons gained. So what you can do, just multiply it by 3 and multiply it by, you have to multiply it by 2, and this one multiply it by 3. So what will be your equation then? Twice of Cr plus 3Fe2 plus is giving what? Is giving 2 Cr3 plus 2Fe. Fine. Now which equation here for finding out the electrode potential of the cell, which formula you are going to use? Here we will use the Nernst equation, that is your E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N, that is the number of electrons which have been transferred, into log of the concentration of anode, which is here is 0.1, and it should be square the anode, right? So what is anode here? Yeah, it should be square of it, and upon the concentration of cathode, which is the concentration of the electrolyte at the cathode, which is 0.01, and make a cube of it. So E cell will be equal to, what is E naught cell? The electrode potential of anode minus the cathode. It should be cathode minus the anode, right? So it is this is minus 0.42 minus 0.72 minus 0.0591 divided by 6, because there are 6 electrons being transferred, and log of 10 to the power minus 2 upon 10 to the power minus 6. So just solve the students and you'll get your answer. This comes out to be 0.30 minus 0.591 divided by 6, and your log of 10 to the power 4, right? So when you solve this, you'll get your answer as 0.2606 volts. So the EMF of the cell is equal to 0.2606 volts. Right? So this was a very simple question from electrochemistry. Now let's take up the next question, students. See, this is the one. Amount of oxalic acid present in a solution can be determined by its titration with KMnO4 solution in the presence of H2SO4. So in the acidic medium, what happens here? Your KMnO4 plus of H2SO4 plus of oxalic acid, that is COOH, it gives what? It gives MnSO4 plus of carbon dioxide plus of H2O. Right? Now this is determined by the titration. Fine? Now the question is, the titration gives unsatisfactory result when carried out in the presence of HCl, because now if I am adding HCl to it, what will happen? KMnO4 will oxidize Cl minus to Cl2 and itself will get reduced to Mn2 plus, or the product form will MnCl2. Right? So your KMnO4 will be also used to oxidize HCl. Right? So the oxidation state from here changes from -1 to 0, and here from +1, +7 to +2. So this is being oxidized and this is further reduced. Right? Now this is because HCl gets oxidized by oxalic acid to chlorine? No. Furnishes H plus in addition to those from oxalic acid? It will not have any effect. Reduces permanganate to manganese. So what is happening? The KMnO4, the quantity or the amount of KMnO4 which is available for the reduction of oxidation of oxalic acid reduces, because here it is also oxidizing chloride. Right? So what is our right answer? It's C. Now let's take up our next question. So this was a question from your KMnO4 topic, that is your D block and F block elements. And students, do remember the equations or the reaction equations for the reactions of potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate in acidic as well as the alkaline medium. Right? Now coming to the next question, what is it? Yeah, it is the vapor pressure of water at 20 degrees centigrade is 17.5 mmHg. If 18 gram of glucose is added to 178.2 gram of water at 20 degrees centigrade, the vapor pressure of the resulting solution will be. So which formula you are going to apply here? That is your Raoult's law, right? And here the mole fraction of solute is equal to the vapor pressure of pure solvent minus the vapor pressure of solution divided by the vapor pressure of solution again. Right? Now, what is the mole fraction of solute equal to? The number of moles of solute upon or divided by the number of moles of solute plus the number of moles of solvent, right? So the number of moles of solute will be equal to, that is number of moles of glucose. What is the solute here? It is the number of moles of glucose will be equal to how many grams of glucose are added? 18 grams of glucose, right? What is the atomic weight of glucose? 180. Likewise, the number of moles of water will be equal to how much? It is 178.2 grams water divided by 18. So the mole fraction of solute, that is what? The glucose. Mole fraction of glucose will be equal to 18 by 180 divided by 18 by 180 plus 178.2 by 18, right? So what will you get? Your mole fraction of glucose is equal to 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus 9.9, and just substitute this. So what will you get from here? It would be 0.1 by 10. Now 0.1 by 10 is equal to, what is the vapor pressure of pure solvent given over here? It is 17.5, right? So this would be 17.5 plus the vapor pressure of solution divided by the vapor pressure of solution again. So how are we going to solve this? Can you solve it? It's a very simple. So it would be your 17.5 by PS so just we can solve it. So 17.5 plus PS into 10 is equal to 0.1 PS, right? Or it would be 175 plus 10 PS is equal to 0.1 PS. Or, so what was it? It was minus or plus? It was minus. This is not plus, this is minus. Minus. And this would be again minus. And this would be again minus. Right? So, your 10.1 PS is equal to 175, or PS is equal to 175 divided by 10.1. Quickly find it out. It comes out to be 17.32. Right? So the answer, that is the vapor pressure of the solution, is 17.325. Fine. So this was the question from solutions, and also the mole fraction of the solute related to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the solution. Right. Now let's